Hey there, Sagittarius. Welcome to your reading for the week of August 16th. This week, we're going to just jump right in here. I'm using the 5-cent tarot this week as well, if you're wondering what deck this is. But we'll take both of these, why not? But let's see what is going on for you at this time. It's kind of funny that you have this tall tale card here, which could represent someone telling a lie or something like that. And then you have the simplicity card at the end here. So I kind of get the feeling of needing to keep things simple this week, Sagittarius. Because again, the tall tale card could represent you kind of telling a tall tale, or it could just represent you kind of making things out to be much more than they actually are. So we're going to have to see where this goes for you. It actually looks like a pretty good reading. You have this tall tale card here. Yeah, for some of you, you have the Two of Cups star in the Strength card. The star can represent healing from a tower moment. So for some of you, you could have been dealing with like a liar, cheater, stealer in the past. I feel like that's come up for you in the past. But again, for the most part, the feeling I get here is to keep things simple. Again, I don't think you're telling a lie. I just think sometimes in life we can make things very overcomplicated. We can add extra steps to things. We can think that things are hard, so then we make things hard. It's like making money, for example. It's like people, it's like there are people who think making money is easy, and for them it is. Then there are people who think that it's hard, right? And then for them it is as well. I've worked with a lot of businesses in my day, and I've noticed, just some people, they add like all these extra complicated steps. And it's like, I know they're doing it because they think they need to be busy to make money. Then there are other people who keep it simple and they make a ton of money without working very hard, right? So I feel like the lie is that things have to be difficult. And this card is just saying, keep it simple, right? You have the Two of Cups, the star, and the Strength card here. I actually like this row, even with that card. Two of Cups could be true love coming in for you here. Look at this. Two of Cups, Knight of Pentacles, Ten of Cups. Are you kidding me? This could be like a very solid relationship coming in for you. Could be an earth sign as well. And someone who wants to have a family. And I feel like it's just simple, right? And you also have the King of Pentacles. I love the King of Pentacles for love because to me, it's someone who wants to be in something permanent. Someone who wants like a permanent connection, basically. So if you're looking for love, that looks really good to me. But for the most part, I feel like for some of you, this is like kind of like some sort of wish that's coming true, especially with the star card here. The star card says if something is possible for one person, it's possible for you. Normally on the star card, the lady is pouring water out onto land. And again, this is meant to represent the fact that if something is possible for one person, it's possible for everybody. And I feel like you need to realize that. But again, I can't get away from the fact that I feel like this is saying, like, no hard work in this first row. This could be in any area of your life as well. It doesn't have to be money. It could be in love, in health, in business. I feel like there's, like, an easy way to do things. And I would just keep it simple in this first row. In your next row here, you have this, I can't get these off the table. You have this fox spirit says, think on your feet. And this porcupine spirit says, time for beginner mind. So I feel for some of you that this is saying, that just, approach things as if they are totally new. You have the Knight of Pentacles, Chariot, and the Three of Swords here. The Three of Swords, it has a word on here that says suffering. So I feel like there's no reason for you to suffer. But for the most part, I feel that this is a card of you accomplishing something. Two cards of accomplishment here. And I feel the Three of Swords is talking more about growth. Like the Three of Swords in reverse can represent growth or growing past something as well. Because it's kind of like a card of acceptance, accepting that something maybe isn't for you and moving on to something new. And I kind of get that feeling for you here in a certain way, but at the same time, I feel like you're realizing that, any of the challenges that you've been through in the past are temporary. Why is this important? Well, because to have something great, sometimes we have to go through a challenge. But it's like if we're afraid to go through challenges, then we just avoid them and then we never have something great, right? It's almost like I see this as how you see things is the best way I could say this about the Three of Swords. it's almost like you see that you have to go through certain challenges to have something better in life. So because you're willing to go through the challenge, you get better things. And I feel like this is what you are kind of creating. So I really like that. The Chariot here, it's kind of like I get this more blind energy here. The Chariot, it's not really a card of being blind, but normally the two sphinxes on a card, they're not really attached to the Chariot, and it kind of represents the fact that the Chariot driver is just trusting that the universe is going to bring him in the right direction. So in a lot of ways, I feel like you are kind of allowing the universe to guide you here. It's almost like you're kind of releasing control, even though the Chariot is a card of hard control. The Strength card actually is a card of soft control, and so the Chariot card is normally a card of you taking control. I feel more of I feel like you're more trusting that the universe is bringing you in the right direction. For others, I feel like there's new love coming in on that Knight of Pentacles here. I feel like the time for beginner mind is saying, like, hey, this person's going to be different than the last person. So, just realize that you're starting over with a new person. So, just keep that in mind. I feel like for a lot of you that this person likes to be I feel like they're a very determined person, but I feel they kind of do like to be in control. I don't know, some people are okay with that. So, whatever you're okay with is what I would say to you. Very driven type of energy. Again, Knight of Pentacles, very driven, focused energy. Someone who really doesn't give up. And that's like who I feel like is coming in for you here. For some of you, I do get this feeling of like trying to break free from a routine. It's like if you've been stuck in a routine where it's like you're doing the same thing over and over and over again, I do get this energy of wanting to break free from that routine. And again, I feel like your answer in this reading is this card right here. The time for beginner mind could say, like, if you're stuck in a routine at work, maybe it's time to learn something new so you can get a new job or a new business. I do get this energy of like needing to break free. Sometimes I think some of us, it's like we stay stuck in a situation because it's like we want to have hope, right? The Star card. It's like I feel like as humans, it's like we really do want to have hope. So, I feel like for some of us, we stay stuck in a job or a business or a relationship because we have hope that it's going to get better. But just sometimes it just doesn't get better. And I kind of get this feeling of you needing to break free from a routine. Again, I do like to encourage people to try to fix where they're at. Like what I would say to you is like if you're stuck in a routine at work and you have hope that it's going to get better, then I would do things to try to make sure it gets better. Like maybe you need to ask your boss for a raise or a promotion, and if they don't give it to you, then that is your clue. That is your answer that it's not going to get better. Same thing in a relationship as well. It's like maybe you need to talk to your partner and say, hey, I'd like to work on these things. If they're willing to work on those things, great. Then you have your answer. They're willing to fix it. If not, then it's time to move on. The time for beginner mind card, that card, it doesn't say, run away from your problems. It doesn't say, don't try to work on things. It says, maybe it's time to go back to the drawing board in a relationship. Maybe it's time to try something new if you don't want to leave, if you want to work on things. But again, if the other person isn't willing to do that, then, maybe it's time for something new. That's what I would say there. And finally, you have this simplicity card. Like I said at the beginning of the reading, I feel like the simple answer is your answer at this time. I feel like things are going to be very simple for you as well. You have the Ten of Cups, the Six of Cups, and the King of Pentacles. If you're looking for love, this looks very good. I feel that there could be like a soulmate coming in for you with the Six of Cups. The Six of Cups is a card of like a soulmate and happiness coming in. The Ten of Cups is the card of happy home, happy family. And again, the King of Pentacles to me is like a type of person who wants to build something permanently. So if you're looking for love, that is very good. If you're not looking for love, this to me would be just kind of like fortune after difficulty. The Ten of Cups to me is kind of like a card of just improvements in your life in general. The Six of Cups is a turnaround. So the Six of Cups can represent a point in our life where we've been experiencing obstacles to achieve something for a very long period of time. And the Six of Cups is kind of like the turnaround. It's the improvement. And the King of Pentacles is, again, the success, So I feel like this is you reaching success. So love it. Let's dig into this here, Sagittarius, and see where this is going for you here at this time. I'm using the 7th sphere, Lenormand, by the way. But you have the heart here between the Two of Cups and the Knight of Pentacles. The heart is, this is the gentleman, and it is the Ace of Hearts. So for some of you, could definitely be a solid relationship coming in for you. Doesn't matter what gender you're attracted to, by the way. It could be any gender. Just because that's called the gentleman doesn't mean it has to be a gentleman. I definitely feel there's love coming in for you. Probably a perfect match. I would say this is someone new. Wouldn't really surprise me if this is someone where it would require a move or a change with the Chariot. The other way to read the Chariot is that, if you have something like this, it could say there's a person coming in that requires a change, or you are already making a change, and that's how you're going to meet the person. So for some of you, it could be long distance. For others, it could just say that maybe you are moving already, or you are getting a new job, or making that type of change. It's like a change is probably going to be the thing that attracts this person into your life. I feel a very deep psychic connection as well. So if you're meeting someone, I feel like it's like one of those things where it's like you can read each other's mind right away. For most of you, I do not think you've met this person yet. So I do feel like it's a new person if you're looking for love. Between the Star and the Chariot, you have the Crossroads. I would pick the new path. Almost every single sign has had the Crossroads this week. What I would say is I don't think the universe wants us to do what we have been doing because it's like, we're entering into a new world. And I think that's what people maybe don't realize is like we're entering into a new energy, especially once we hit 2025 or the end of 2025. So it's like we have to kind of like upgrade ourselves. We have to do new things, try new things. That's why I really encourage people to learn something new. Pick something that you think you'd be interested. I think it would be extremely valuable to like pick a skill or something you find would enrich your life in some way. It could be anything. It could be a personal skill, could be like art or, something that brings in joy. It could be a business, could be anything. But I've been encouraging people to like just pick one thing, even if you work on it for an hour a day. Trust me. Mark my words. By the time we get to end of 2025 into 2026, it will pay you back like times 10 in some way. Is that going to be financially? It could be. It could also be you building a community, you helping your community, helping people, pretty much anything. But I feel like it would be an amazing time for you to learn a skill. Between the Strength card and the Three of Swords, you have the Tree. The Tree is the Seven of Hearts. It kind of represents like the family tree. So some of you clearly are looking to maybe build a family with a person if you haven't already, and just a good card for doing that. Between the Knight of Pentacles and the Ten of Cups, you have the Six of Diamonds. This is called the Clover. It's a card of like a lot of luck. So there could be a lot of luck coming in for you. It's also a card of imposter syndrome as well. So it kind of says like, you deserve this. So don't sell yourself short. Boom, look at this. Between the Chariot and the Six of Cups, you have the Lady, the Ace of Spades. So this is the Animus and the Anima in this deck. It just represents divine counterparts. So clearly some sort of divine counterpart coming in for you. Between the Three of Swords and the King of Pentacles, you have the Key, the Eight of Diamonds. The Eight of Diamonds just says you have the keys necessary to open the doors that you want to open at this time. It is also a card of success on the horizon. So I do feel like there's a lot of success coming in for you. Top row outcome, you have the House. This is the King of Hearts. It just represents like safety, security, comfort, protection. Again, pretty much everybody has had this card this week. And so for a lot of you, you could be attracting love into your life that provides those types of, feelings for you. I do feel for the most part, that it would be a good idea to work with a person here. I do feel like some of you, it's kind of weird because I do feel like some of you could be like meeting a person that you end up working with, but it's like, I don't know, maybe you meet your divine counterpart and you start a business together or something like that. Sometimes that doesn't work out well, obviously, but for you, I feel like that would work out very well if that's what you are doing, but you could be meeting someone like that. I feel for others, you could be meeting a person who does something similar to what you do as far as work is concerned. I'm just getting that as a clue. Sometimes I get clues where I feel like, like your question would be like, where am I going to meet this person? Or, how will I know this is the right person? And again, I feel like that's kind of like your clue. Middle row here, you have the cross. This is the Six of Clubs. This can represent having a cross to bear, but it can also represent going through something. Like, the best way I could describe it is like the Ten of Wands. The Ten of Wands, it is a card of burdens, but on the Ten of Wands, he's about to get to the village, and that's on the card. He's about to put his burdens down. It's a card of completion. This is like a similar card, but different in the sense that this card can represent going through something to get something better in life. Basically, can represent going through something challenging to have something great. Didn't I say that somewhere over here? Where it's almost like you're going through, it's like you're almost realizing, I said it on the Three of Swords, where it's almost like you're realizing that maybe you have to go through some temporary situations to grow. And I definitely feel that for you there. And you have the Anchor. For some of you, could definitely be moving. The Anchor, it can be a card of being stuck where you are, but it's also can be a card of like picking up your anchor, moving it to a new location. So some of you could be committing to something new. This is a very powerful reading. Number one, I would keep things simple this week. Number two, I feel some of you are meeting a divine counterpart. This reading to me would say that you are clearly probably meeting someone through a change. Either you're moving or they're moving, or you're getting a new job, they're getting a new job, and this is how you're going to meet someone, through some sort of change if you're looking for love. If you're not looking for love, this could just be you. Even if you are, again, I feel like this message applies to all of you. It's like you're discovering I hesitate to say your purpose. I feel like our only purpose here on Earth is to create our own reality, whatever that means for you. But I do feel like you could be discovering like a purpose. You could be discovering something that is a perfect match to you here, something that kind of fulfills your soul, right? That makes you feel fulfilled. And I like that. So this is a good reading, Sagittarius. I like it. So thank you for being here. Really appreciate it. Make sure to watch your sun, moon, and rising. But thank you, and definitely enjoy your week.